Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion plays Hand of Fate 2. I've been reading your comments. All I have to say is if you ever see me at Friday night Hand of Fate 2, if you wish to face me in the heat of battle, you best get your rares out and the 4 mythics you're allowed per deck. Because I'm not gonna, turn 4, Siege Rhino, there you go, I win. I'm not gonna pull my punches. I'm gonna play my modern Infect EDH deck that's barely street legal. I proxied in a Black Lotus. Look, okay, welcome back to the show. Temperance. It's time for Temperance today. Saw a lot of people. They said, NL, you're never gonna finish this game. We do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We might have 9 levels left, aka 27 days of Hand of Fate 2. I'm gonna do it. Food shortage, I hate that. And undead. Not that against that. I like to start with supplies. Food shortage, start with food. Then anything that does well against corrupted. Chieftain's Axe stuns corrupted and breaks armor. Worker's hammer. What kind of worker are you? It's a haha grown hammer, where I come from. I think Chieftain's Axe is what we go with. And 10 gold. It's always nice to start with a little extra gold. Then, for fighting corrupted, what do we care? Armor break? It's mostly about the gambits, actually. So precision, I think, is fine. Wheel is worth respinning. You know what? We haven't had Malaclips in a while. Let's take Malaclips on this one. Yeah, the companions are all good as long as you use them properly. Then, let's do some sorting here. This is like my quantum leap. Is trying to figure out what we need in order to get the maximum like deck construction. So when I see food gain, I want to go to like gain any cards, and then I want to take Old Maiden. It's like 100% auto include in every deck. I also love Soothsayer, and then we'll go to gain food, and we'll put like maybe 3 of these in here. Preferably without a chance card gambit. You know what? Let's put 1 Drunken Knight in. Usually that's free food. Distressed Damsel we never succeed in. This one has a token, maybe we'll get lucky. Then we'll go back, and we'll go, gain all. The Far North Brimstone card. Dare I? The underneath looks like a Malaclips card. Let's throw that in there. Let's throw in the Far North. We've never done Goblin Town, so let's put that in there. And, that means we can't put in whatever, like the old man's gift or whatever it's called. Dare we do pickpocket? Probably not, huh? Unlimited brimstone cards. Don't make me laugh. Let's throw a wandering tracker. And what about the fabled beast? Kind of like this dude on Spyglass, though. Let's throw him in there. Cool. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I do like constructing my own deck. Equipment. So let's start by being smart. We probably want to throw, if we're going to throw platinum equipment in, we probably want it to be Heretha's Ire. Bastion of Purification is good against corrupted, but why put a shield in if we don't intend to be rocking two-handed weapons? Adesia's Charm. Oh, no. Adesia's Charm for sure. When you activate it, every enemy you kill, except for corrupted? Excludes undead. I don't think corrupted are undead. This allows us to get potentially a bunch of food, is what I'm getting at. We haven't used Reaper's Arrow yet, but I don't think it's the right time. Armor of Gluttony. Receive +1 food for every gain food or gain gold card you receive. Yes, I want this. We don't need any other armor. I don't want to, like... I don't want to make it hard for us to figure out what something is just by its category. Defeat Corrupted to cause a short stun to nearby enemies. That does seem good, but... Oh, I didn't mean to take that. What about Frontier Barbut? These are all words I've never heard before. I think we're going to throw in 2 helmets, is what I'm getting at. One to give us life if necessary, and then the other one to stun Corrupted. Then, Ring of Food. Discard any non-food gain card to receive +2 food. So essentially, anything that's like less than gain 20 life, we would rather discard to gain food. So, I think we'll throw that in here. Tiger's Eye. We don't know. Toss it in. Sacrificial Bomb. We don't know. Toss it in. We already have a decent starting weapon. We already have an artifact. We could always take more, but we don't need a shield, in my opinion. We might want a weapon. Oh, Holy Mace has got to be good against Corrupted. We might want weapons that give us a chance to kill enemies who are not corrupted. Like, let's throw billy clubs. Let's throw Archer's Bane in there. I'm okay with this. Let's give it a shot. I don't know, dude. Deck construction, then figuring out where you went terribly wrong is half the fun. Thomas the Ogre.
There will be no uprising as long as they are fed.
Okay.
Yet, take away their bread, and even the most peaceful begin to consider.
It's true.
Songs of
I do love carbohydrates. Please do not take my bread. In the house right now, I've got bread, potatoes, English muffins, like 10-kilogram bag of white rice, 22 bags of potato chips. The innkeeper joins you at your table. I have some information. The reaper was paid up front by a halfling known as Garrick Drowkin. The price was apparently an entire cartload of gold. He made the contract and then left the city. Where could he be found? A mercenary. He was employed by the Imperial Army for several years until they wiped out the halfling kingdoms. Since then, he works for the highest bidder. Okay. Where may he be found? He was last seen on the road to Bridgemore Village. Ironically, it's landlocked. A farming village in the outer provinces. The whole area is up in arms with this famine going on. If you want my advice, you should leave the city. Forget this life of death and glory. Find peace in whatever far-off land you can before your enemies catch up with you. Who knows what calamity will befall when they find out you're still alive. Thank you, Mike Tyson. Hungry peasants.
People need food, and they turn to you because their leaders.
Well, and because I have some.
The land itself has failed them.
We can lose 10 villagers. Okay, good to know. You are surrounded by hungry, armed villagers. A few push forward to confront you, while many more hang back out of harm's way. Every food you donate will feed 2 angry villagers. Please, my children are starving. I'll give you 2 to start. Let's see how it goes. You hand off some food. A few villagers grab what they can and run off. Having dealt with the villagers who were the most aggressive or desperate, the remaining mob reluctantly allows you to leave. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Soothsayer. I love this card.
Do with them what you will.
Pay 4 gold to learn your future. Let's go. We lose 10 life. Not a huge deal. We lose 15 life. Starting to become a problem. Gain 15 max life. Okay, so we're at minus 10, but we have 15 extra life on top. Gain 3 food. I will do it. Go on the mayor's quest. Suit yourself, the woman remarks, suddenly disinterested. She turns and enters the tavern to order her usual drink. The next day, you stride into the forest intent on hunting the brigands that have been harrying the town. The quest gets off to a bad start. Some brigands ambush you with a hail of arrows before slinking back into the forest. Minus 10 life. You're struck by some stray arrows from a nearby clash between Empire soldiers and a band of Minotaurs. The Minotaurs flee even as you remove the offending shafts. No laughter, please. 15 life down. You discover that the brigands have all been killed, evidently due to a cursed book they stole. You search the rest of the brigands' gear, finding a rare potion of extended life, a few dirty rags, and a pair of broken reading glasses. 15 extra life. And you delay your quest long enough to help some farmers push their wagons up a hill. Their beasts of burden have been carried away by a huge eagle. They offer supplies in return, plus 3 food. I'm for it. You leave the small village without payment. I think that happens every time. Thomas the Ogre. Gold token.
That has lost all
no,
its
it's just
wonder,
lighting.
Violence, muscle, and brute strength still remain.
You are
so
cautious.
like the usurper in all its ways.
You are cautiously approached on the trail by a group of farmers. Greetings, friend, one of them begins. Are you in need of some supplies? The group explains that an evil ogre has stockpiled rations in his cave not far away. They intend to fight the creature and retrieve the goods to feed their families. Would you be willing to tag along for an equal share of the food? I accept. You set out at once for the ogre's lair. Along the way, they explain exactly what sort of beast is awaiting you. It's huge and nasty, the taller farmer says. My cousin saw it eat 5 live chickens in a single bite while it was stealing his cows. Listen to more stories. It ate my nephew's dog right there in front of him. Little Joseph was out collecting firewood when the great hairy beast plucked his dog off the ground and swallowed him with 1 bite. Listen to more stories. The mayor went to visit his prize-winning horse last week and found nothing in the stall but a torn saddle, your companion exclaims. Not a drop of blood. The beast must have picked it up and taken it home to eat. Listen to more stories. Cassius the baker told me that it broke into his shop last month looking for food. It set the whole place on fire while raiding the oven. Have any of you actually seen the ogre? The group is suddenly quiet as they exchange glances. No, one of them exclaims. but my Aunt Mattie swears that it ate all the radishes in her garden. The monster's lair is just up ahead, one of the farmers comments sometimes later. Is it now? A deep voice inquires as the monster in question strolls into view. The speechless farmers hastily retreat as the ogre stops and inspects you. My name is Thomas, and this is my domain. What business have you here? Demand that he return the stolen food. I have stolen no goods from these humans. What food I possess I earned with my own hands in this forest. Your desperation does not give you the right to take what is rightfully mine. Tell that to the IRS. Hi-yo! The farmers manage to find their voices, throwing all manner of accusations at Thomas, who merely shakes his head in response. Believe what you will, warrior, but know that I will defend my home. He lifts his weapon purposefully, saying, I may be more reasonable than most of my kin, but thought without action is pointless after all. Ah, that's Dr. Spock. I refuse to fight. He seems like an honorable ogre. What? The farmers cry incredulously. Are you siding with this hulking monster? Despite their outrage and frustration, the farmers do little but give up and return home. A reasonable human, Thomas comments, turning to you. You are indeed a rare beast. He gestures to a waterfall behind him. My dwelling lies beyond the waterfall. Would you care to join me for a game? I have few visitors of your intellectual caliber. I may have a magical trinket I would be willing to bet against you, just to make things interesting, except instantly. You follow the ogre back to his lair and sit on a stone table. Opposite him, what takes your interest today? Cards? Dice? You know we have to go for precision games now. Oh, this is a goldie.
Patience. Do not move too quickly.
It's the easiest gold ever.
Only failure.
You play the game well. I will have to do better in the future, Thomas admonishes himself. You didn't do anything. He reaches behind the table and lifts an item, saying, would this be of any use to you? Let's go. Let's go.
Blessings and questions.
We might as well store it. Worst case scenario, we can sell it. Perhaps another game? Play a card game? Ooh, I don't like this game. I don't like that one. Never mind your loss. Clearly you've never played that game before. Perhaps another game? What a nice guy. 14.
Back to the bones.
Reasonable.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
Let's go, you stupid ogre. Give me your equipment.
You are learning.
Perhaps I've grown lax from sitting in the forest by myself for too long. Perhaps you need to recognize this is a game of chance, my dude. Thomas puts some items on the table for you to inspect. Well, I would like to inspect Tiger's Eye. Damage inflicted from pain cards reduced by 5. And Ring of Food. We gotta go Ring of Food on this mission. Thank you, Thomas. The ogre stands, saying, thank you for your visit, human. I have enjoyed this afternoon's diversions, but now I must tend to other matters. You bid the ogre goodbye and head back into the forest. That's a great card. Thank you, Thomas. A moonlit journey.
Do not starve.
I don't want to go there yet. I want to go one more space. Ooh, let's go! Following the goblin's instructions, you walk through snow, then marsh, then under an old oak tree. You crawl through dirt tunnels lit by shafts of sunlight until you eventually emerge on a paved road deep underground. Up ahead, you see a bright green glow. You are no longer alone. Goblins scurry from adjoining tunnels and greet you on the path. You are swept along with the crowd until the tunnel broadens into a vast cavern encapsulating a small city. Goblin Town! Green lanterns cast the streets in a murky light. Crowds of goblins go about their business while hooded figures lead rodent-like beasts of burden to market. In the distance, a mountain of gold glitters enticingly. Lines of goblins are arrayed around it like spokes of a wheel. Let's explore, dude. Ooh. Should have gone to Gold Mountain. Should have gone to Gold Mountain. Out of the way! Out of the way! Two goblins carrying a towering cake come rushing through the street towards you. What's next? A pane of near-invisible glass? You leap out of the way, twisting your ankle on crooked cobblestone. Minus 10 life. Suddenly, urgent horns blare an alarm throughout the city. Goblins and hooded folk alike drop what they're doing to rush towards exit tunnels or jump into portals popping up here and there. The ground rumbles underfoot as a choking black gas begins to seep into the cavern. You pack your things and hurry towards the nearest exit, the black gas encroaching ever closer. Well, I wasted that card. Journey forward. I'm ready. Although you keep one hand on your weapon for the entire journey, nothing reveals itself as a threat. So far, so good. 20 life down. Got some good equipment, though. The wretched.
It chews at you.
You wake one night to the sound of rustling.
Starving, and you are left with only hard choices.
With a start, you realize there are thieving hands pilfering your supplies. You lunge for the closest thief. You lose 3 food.
I'm not.
I want my food back.
Man. You must appreciate that the game.
No.
This
yes, I would like to. I would like to redraw.
More years than I can count. I have a certain pride regarding its twists.
He's done it.
And turns.
Thank you for the food, sir. You catch the thief with his hand in your supplies and quickly snatch the bounty back. You easily hoist your attacker off their feet. They're no common bandit. You are face to face with a dirty, sickly child. Please, he stammers. They can't feed us at home. We have to take what we can get just to survive. You tug at my heartstrings. Taking pity on the child, you give him some of your supplies. Bless you, mercenary, for your good heart, he exclaims and runs off happily with his prize. What about your friend there on the card, though? She doesn't get anything. You lose 1 food, you gain 2 fame. At least we got something for it. Oh, and a blessing. Huge failure is considered failure in precision gambits. It's a blessing. Hungry peasants. I'll give you 2. I swear to you, I will give you 2 food. I'm not giving you 3.
Force if necessary. Do what you can.
Please, my children are starving. Claim you have no food? They're lying, a woman calls out from the back of the crowd. Try to push your way through. I don't want to kill the farmers, if possible. Oh, okay, they're gonna hurt me? Well, then alright, well, you're forcing my hand, then. You do what you can to protect yourself without hurting anyone and flee. You hope that they manage to find food somewhere, somehow. No, I don't care. I don't care if they find food. They're mean. You don't get any more of my food.
Good luck taking this token from me.
Good luck taking this token from me. Traveler. My tokens are too strong for you. The libraries hold little knowledge of the mysterious north. Past the colossal height of Mount Freitas, there are only theories, ancient creatures haunted weird woods, and rumors of a powerful sword trapped in a frozen lake at the end of the world. Only one who would journey deep into the unknown world would be worthy of this blade, it is said. There is a rough path that hugs Mount Freitas, curving around it and heading north. Someone has made an effort to pave it. A hungry, desperate farmer offers passage for bread. She claims that she knows the road ahead. Well, we don't have any food, but beyond that, I have an allegiance to myself to try to beat the mission, and then the secondary objective is brimstone cards and tokens. I don't think we can afford to spend any food, even food that we don't have, on an attempt here. To press any further into the unknown would be certain death. I hate to say it. Low-T individual, perhaps. It's got to be done. General store.
The damage taken from starvation is more than the healing delivered.
Yes, I am aware.
As with many things, we find ourselves sliding further and further into hardship.
I'm going to sell the Holy Mace.
Think about
to buy gold.
Food here.
Then I am going to look at equipment, see what we got, because, I mean, Felvin's Adesia's charm is food bounty. That means if we fight farmers, we're in a great spot. I think that's worth it, dude. I mean, we could also probably just buy food. 8 for 1 food? No, I'm sorry. I'm not... It's the difference between teaching a man to fish and giving a man some fish. Thank you for Adesia's charm. I will take it. I will use it.
You can't, of course.
Wandering tracker.
Or for worse, the Northerners understand these lands better than
So now we want to get into combat. One day you meet a Northerner displaced from her homeland by warfare. She explains she is a tracker for hire working for those who can pay. That's going to be a problem. She speaks at length about the nearby terrain. Well, thank you so much for your help. Alas, I cannot take you there, but I can tell you about my other travels. She continues to relate tales about her journey. You learn nothing new from her tales. Well, exquisite. Good card. We will journey forward. We desperately need food. Maleclipse is back. You wake one night to the sound of rustling. There's nothing in here, you hear a small voice exclaim. With a start, you realize the group of children are rifling through your bags. They must have something to eat, another responds, a touch of desperation in her voice. As you get up to confront them, the children flee into the darkness, empty-handed. Lovely. I need combat. I need to have combat. Hungry peasants. You're gonna get fought. I'm sorry to do this. Claim you have no food. The mob disperses slowly. No, but I need to fight you to get food from Adesia's charm. You madmen. Trade. Sell equipment. I can't sell any of this. Sell it for 4 gold? And there's no food remaining to be... Okay, I see. Finish trading. Break camp. Hungry peasants.
Starvation has been the end of many adventures.
Yeah, I know. Lots of peasants. Please let me fight you. I got one more space before we got real problems. Trading house. Trade equipment for food. Trade 2 pieces of equipment for 3 food gain cards? What's more likely? We get like gold gain, or we can use Adesia's charm. It pains me deep in my soul. Goodbye, Chieftain's Axe. We need the food. We need the food. That's what it all comes down to. We're gonna get rid of Adesia's charm. We can't get into combat without food in the first place, but I guess if we have food, we'll have peasants that could come to... Okay, goodbye, Ring of Food. I'm sorry. We could always pawn Adesia's charm for more money because it's a platinum card, and then maybe buy some food with it. Please. Plus 10 food. A shipment of exotic fruit has just arrived from lands beyond the Sunless Sea. That's a lot of food. I like it. That's not a lot. That's a relatively decent amount of food. And I will leave now. Feeling a lot worse for wear. We gotta check. It is the exit. What if we just journey forward? And the answer is, that's not fun. So we're going to explore, even at the cost of food. General store. Sorry, dude. There's no equipment for me to sell. I'm not selling you Adesia's charm. Look at this. This dude believes in the free market. Well, people are starving, so they'll pay more for food. So, how about... No, I refuse to give you my patronage. This is what we want. One drunken night. We've already had the lead into this card. We could get food, and we could get gold, and we can get so much here. Now I wish I hadn't gotten rid of the Ring of Food, because we could dump all the gold gain cards for extra food. But, you know, we made our... Oh, man, and it's just gold. But we made our bed with respect to that. Now it's time to lie in it. Gold is not bad. Turns out you can still exchange gold for services and goods that you desire. We're going to endeavor to do that, as you might expect. Not as much gold as I would like. Could always be worse, though. Was there more over here? The world may never know because of the camera. We owe it to ourselves to check. We still owed it to ourselves to check. Okay, now... I see gold. It was right there the whole time. $22 life is not very much. But if we ever get into combat, we can gain food. Which is fairly important in the whole scheme of things. So if we had dumped all of our gold gain cards, we would have gained like 8 food here. If we still had the Ring of Food. But, I mean, that's what the game does. It forces you to make these tough decisions. I might be overvaluing the artifact, but I feel like I gotta give it a shot. If we could ever fight these farmers, like if I just bait them into fighting me. You gain 2 fame. You fumble around in your haversack. You find a half-eaten pasty and try to find your way out of the woods. Where's my gold? I guess it's already auto-equipped. Journey forward. We've lost 0 villagers. That seems like a good sign. Corpse wagon. That seems like a bad sign.
When one returns from death in this way, what happens to the heart?
One night, you wake to the sound of a rusty wagon wheel passing on a nearby trail. Cautiously, you sneak closer to observe the scene. A drudge of skeletons is slowly dragging a wagon full of corpses through the forest. Follow them. I don't want to fight them because Adesia's charm does not work on the undead. After tedious hours trailing the macabre band, you approach a hill far from any settlement. Atop the hill stands a stone circle marked with eldritch runes. The skeletons drag their prized haul into the center. A sudden flash of blinding light forces you to look away. When your vision returns, the circle is empty, apart from an abandoned wagon. Okay. Good? Spyglass.
Do not think of what lays ahead of them.
It's Liam Neeson.
An eternity in a timeless void, I do not have this luxury.
The stars shine bright on this cold, frosty night, deep in the heart of Texas. Frosty night when you happen upon a balding man My dude, looking at the heavens through a spyglass. He rubs his hands together to keep warm. When he sees you approach, he stares over his spectacles and says, "If you have something to keep your ears warm, I will reveal to you your future." Sorry, dude. I guess the frostbitten ears will be worth it to observe such beauty. Oh, the lair of the necromancer.
You. Death promised but not delivered. Death whose time has been delayed.
The sky is unnaturally dark as you approach the ruined graveyard. A cloaked figure stands amid the crumbling tombstones. Despite your stealthy approach, it turns to watch your arrival. "I don't wish to fight you right now. The living have no place here," she rasps, the breath leaving her body with some effort. "Though you will make a fallen source material for another minion." She raises her staff and undead rise from the ground. I do not want to fight the final boss. I want to make camp and eat the ironic surplus of food I accrued for no reason. Death mage, I don't want to die. I have starting equipment and I can't even use my charm to fight you because you are skeletons. Okay, Malaclips, this is a big one, dude. I always thought, you know, what's the ideal way to play Hand of Fate 2? Just an outrageously intense final battle here, being the first combat. Who needs a warm-up, dude? Get out of here. Countess Euthanasia! I need you, my friend. I need you. I need your healing! I need your healing! Malaclips, and by healing, I mean shielding. The skeletons are probably just gonna keep coming back. Might I suggest attacking the mage? Nice, keep that shield going, dude. That's gonna be the difference maker. That was very stupid. Malaclips. The shield. Thank you, my friend. You are my friend. Once we bust her open, crazy. Just go freaking nuts. Don't give her a chance to ever get in the armor again if we can avoid it. She's in the armor again. My default equipment. Halfway to being able to do any damage at all once again. Might be fair to suggest that we made some colossal missteps in the way that we chose to approach this mission. But as of right now, we're doing okay. Don't give her a breather. Malaclips, you can't die. I'm sorry to tell you. I refuse to allow you the right of death. I don't give you my blessing to pass away. I may one day need that shield again. I've lost the shield. And Malaclips is temporarily deceased. No, no more. Let's go, let's go. She must go. You will be slain. I have never wished for destruction like this before. Let's actually go. Is that a 29-minute Goldie sight read in Hand of Fate 2? I think it might be. Did I play it terribly? Oh my god, absolutely. Smoking ashes all that remains of the necromancer as you inspect the contents of its crypts. There you find the letters written and signed with the Emperor's seal, each one calling for your death. What have you done to earn the Emperor's wrath? As if in an answer, the voice of the hermit rings in your ears. It is not what you have done, but what you are yet to do. A powerful force presses against you, and every move takes you closer to the end of the game. You have few friends now. Sylvie, nice to see you again.
This is what we seek to eradicate.
Thomas the Ogre, great card. Great card. No idea. For allowing no villagers to pass away. Hello, Goldie. Colbjorn's traps. for defeating Thomas the Ogre in a game of skill that was 100% skillful. Gladiator's Visage. Let's go. What a positive episode. You got something to say to me, dealer? Well, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.